Its team getting that paint.
Maxey with the steal off a Monk, and he slams for two.
Hurts looking left, lofting left, going for the end zone.
Go to work.
Embiid foul, count it! Joel Embiid.
Defense is what you're looking for.
It's 5. Hurts taking a deep shot. He's got his
Bagley. Fox blocked. Wow, great defensive play.
What is up, everybody? What is going on? It's your boy Dives, Mr. Crockpot on Twitter. Welcome to Party on Broad. Guys, it's just me today. We're hanging out. If you're watching us live, be sure to smash that subscribe button. Hit the like if you love the Philadelphia Eagles, if you love the NFL draft. Last week of the NFL season is just about donezo. So as we look at the Eagles draft position, we are looking at Miami at the 15th pick. We're looking at the Colts at the 16th pick. And we're looking at our pick, the 19th pick in the draft. Here we are. So what better, as the I know the Eagles have a huge game next week against the Bucks. It's going to be a lot of fun. I cannot wait. But that doesn't mean the draft prep doesn't start now. And today we're doing a mock draft simulator. And we're going to see how this turns out. I'm going to try and do two of them. And I'm going to throw the polls up here on my channel, on my Twitter at Mr. Crockpot, as well as the YouTube channel. You're going to vote for how we do here. We're only doing a rounds 1 through 3 mock draft. If you've been following, we've been into our quarterback series. That being said, I'm 100% down for Jalen Hurts to come back next year, but we're going to do our research. My focus then is to get down and dirty with the edge class and the defensive back class, which is really deep this year. It's going to be a lot of fun. Again, if you're watching live, please be sure to comment. We've already got a comment here. Mark Henry, can't wait to join you on these soon. Hell yeah, bro. Hell, bro. Let's get started. So here I have the Eagles with my draft. We're going to do 3 rounds. We're going to do 3 rounds. We're going to go normal speed, and let's start the draft. Let's start the draft and see how this goes. I'm going to pause it as much as I can. Kyle Hamilton to the Jets. Thibodeau falling to 3 to the Texans with Stingley going over him is pretty interesting. And then Karlaftis there to the 7th pick and the New York Giants, which I would absolutely hate if that was going down. And then you've got the first quarterback off the board here to the Denver Broncos, which is expected. I love Teddy Bridgewater, but the dude is a fringe starter. Is what he is. So Booth Jr., Matt Corral to the Washington football team. Okay, so we got 2 quarterbacks off the board. The Marvin Leo is really interesting. The Dolphins are asking to trade for a future 2022 pick. They want us to trade. Wow. No, I am not doing that. I'm declining that. They want us to trade. They must have sour grapes because they want to trade out of here, and they want to get our pick here as we stand. We have picks 15 and 16. We are pretty much on the clock. The Jaguars want to trade a 2 and 3 for our 1. I'm going to decline because I don't know what's on the board just yet. So let's see what is on the board. I'm sitting here with the 15th picks. As we stand, I want to see if we have any comments. We don't. We have Kyle Terrell says we need an edge rusher in the first round, in my opinion. That is the number 1 need for the Eagles. No question about it. We have my man Coyle here saying, let's go. Love draft season. This is the best, man. I'm going to be doing like 10 of these. So this is literally my first one. And I'm going to go my guy from Michigan, who is an absolute monster. I think this is a no-brainer pick, Ajabo. And I'm going to make that my 15th pick here for the Eagles. And I think as we sit, I have the 16th pick here in the draft. And I'm going to go a guy that is a no-brainer. And I have no idea why the Draft Network has him so low in this in their predictive board. But I'm going to go Ahmad Juice Gardner here with the 16th selection. I've got another offer from the Dolphins. They're offering pick number 22 for a 5th rounder. I'm going to decline that just for now. Oh, we have the Bucks are offering pick 30 for our 19th pick and a 3rd rounder. That is really interesting. I'm going to keep that in mind. So I'm sitting at pick number 19. If you've been watching and you're watching us live, I have a draft poll going down on our YouTube channel here. Would you spend all 3 picks on defense? And I think that's like one of the biggest question marks. Not question marks. Actually, I would of this draft. And I think the personnel, the defensive coordinator. Hopefully, we pump Jonathan Gannon to the moon here. But I think that is like the consensus that you focus on defense in this early part of the draft. We have Ted saying cornerback, linebacker, defensive end, safety. I could not agree more. Mark Henry says Sauce, Jameson, Lloyd, Ajabo, 100%. Lloyd is sitting there really nice. You know, my guy, not my guy. I take that 100% back. That Howie Roseman is not going to take Devin Lloyd here with the 19th selection. My guy Ryan says baller moves with the first 2 picks. Let's see what the 3rd pick will be. All right, let's look at our rankings here. We've got Devin Lloyd sitting there. We've got Garrett Wilson sitting there. Chris Olave. I think the number 2 wide receiver position is one of the most underrated positions on the Eagles right now of need. I love Quez Watkins. I think he's a terrific player. But when you have a quarterback like Jalen Hurts, which he's been very impressive, he has been, make no mistakes, very impressive over the last handful of games. You have to kind of up that talent level, that personnel level around him. So this is a really tough question. And then we've got my guy, Tyler Linderbaum, right there, just sitting there. And at the end of the day, it's about giving Jalen Hurts protection. If you don't have good protection for Jalen Hurts here, I think that is everything. So this is my mock, my first mock, and I'm going to go Tyler Linderbaum with the 19th pick selection in the draft. So I'm going to just make that selection. I think Linderbaum is one of those just versatile guys that I would love to see in Philadelphia Kelly Green, Midnight Green, because he's very versatile. He can play kind of guard. He can play center. He can play anywhere you want. And kind of with Brandon Brooks, really, truly as a mystery at this point, I think that's a really good selection. You talk about difference makers. I think we got it. You look at kind of our selections at this point. We've got Ajabo, we've got Gardner, and we've got Linderbaum. I think all 3 of those guys are going to be major, major impact players in the NFL. So we're building very strong right now. I'd kind of give myself a quick grade of our first round, probably an A-. I think all 3 of those guys are going to be really, really good. Kyle says, I still think the Eagles should go the free agency route for wide receiver. Rookies are always question marks, as we've seen. I 100% agree with that. There's no question. I think the Eagles should absolutely explore the wide receiver position in free agency. We'll see if it happens. Calvin Ridley is a big name being discussed, especially for like a day 2 pick. We'll see. Ryan Harrison says Andy Reid would be proud. I think that's kind of I hope. We don't really have a full read on Nick Sirianni at this point, but at this point, it looks like he's going to be all in on rebuilding the lines. And that's what I've done so far with 2 of my first 3 picks. So let's keep it going. Let's see what we go here. We have, we're going to head into the second round here. Let's see what's been picked right now. Devin Lloyd went to the Miami Dolphins. Kaiir Elam is really good from Florida. Went right after our pick to the Las Vegas Raiders. Let's keep it going. Sam Howell went to the Detroit Lions. That's pretty interesting. Treylon Burks to the Tampa Bay Bucks. Jahan Dotson, a really good player, went to the Titans. Daxton Hill went to the Jaguars. We've got a trade up proposal with the New York Jets. They want us to move up, give them a 2 and 4 for their second round pick, which is pick number 35. Given the Eagles' holes right now, I'm going to just kind of pass. I'm going to pass on this. I'm going to wait and see, kind of based on where we're looking. We've got a lot of holes to fill. We had a comment. Who had the comment about maybe trading back in that first round? And I agree with that. I like going into this draft, as I stand right now, pretty naive based on what I know. I definitely agree. Like, getting your 2 difference makers with your first 2 picks, and then maybe trading back for a late pick, and then getting a future asset like a future second or future first, something along those lines. That is definitely the way to go here. But we are going to decline this. We're going to decline. Desmond Ridder still on the board. Carson Strong is still on the board. Again, the Jets keep wanting us to trade up. We're not going to do that. Let's pause the draft real quick. Desmond Ridder goes to the New York Giants. Cam Thomas to the New York Jets. That is pretty interesting. Really, really interesting picks. Jahan Dotson again to the Titans. Let's keep it going. Carson Strong to the Vikings. Pretty interesting considering Kirk Cousins is coming back. Teams keep wanting us to trade up for our late round picks. That is pretty interesting. My goodness, guys, the Falcons. Fuck the Falcons. They bombed it today. I'm not dealing with you, Falcons. Falcons, we needed the Falcons to get a W today, and they tanked. They absolutely tanked. I'm not trading at all with the Falcons. Steelers, again, wanted to trade up for a 6th round pick. That is pretty interesting. I would think about that depending on what the board looks like, but I'm not at this point. We're going to just kind of stand put. We're going to stand put. Jets want us to trade back. No, I'm not going to do that. Ooh, that hurts. Okay, guys, this one hurts because the name that I think I would be all over here is John Mechie, and he just went to the Colts with the 53rd pick in the draft. That would be a perfect position here in the 2nd round to jump on a guy like that, jump on a playmaker here in this draft. So again, what I've got Ajabo, I've got Gardner, I've got Juice, my man. Tyler Linderbaum is a terrific project to build, in the footsteps of Jason Kelce and Brandon Brooks. That being said, I'm going to go on the board and go Christian Harris, linebacker for the Philadelphia Eagles here. Let's keep it rolling. Obviously, everybody, it's well documented how much the Eagles need a linebacker in this draft, and Christian Harris is terrific. When you're bringing in guys from Alabama, you can never go wrong. So we've got some Big Ten. We've got some great defense from Cincinnati, and we've got the SEC in Alabama. I'm digging this draft so far. I'm really digging it. So let's keep it rolling in our mock. This is a day 1 to day 2 mock draft, our first one of the year. I'm so excited. And we are on the clock in round 3, pick number 80. This will be our last pick of the draft. All right, so what is our needs here? What exactly is our needs? We've got Christian Harris, linebacker, a difference maker. We've got Linderbaum. We've got a versatile offensive lineman. We've got a clear, number 1 cornerback to develop. And then we've got an edge rusher that, can probably start over, to be honest, Josh Sweat and Derek Barnett moving forward. A guy that I think could be a little interesting is or a position that could be interesting is the running back position. The Eagles clearly are probably parting ways with Miles Sanders. They've got Kenny Gainwell, who is being extremely good, but is he a 3-down back? Is he a 3rd down back? Is he just kind of that like Brian Mitchell, like in his young career? Is he just for receiving purposes? We have a comment. Oh, we have Kyle Terrell says double dip at edge. I love that idea. I think 2 of our first may be traded for future picks. I hope that's not the case. The Eagles truly need an injection of depth in this draft for sure. I think this is the draft where you truly start building your core. They had a great season, but 3 first-round picks, you got to take at least 2 of those to start kind of building your identity. Nick Sirianni's identity and what he wants to do on offense, and we'll see if Gannon even sticks. That's going to be kind of like the interesting story here, right? You know, if Gannon like heads elsewhere as head coach, and you clearly have big needs on defense, what does that mean moving forward? So that's kind of an underrated story here. All right, so we've got Kyren Williams from Notre Dame. He is a running back, all-around running back per the Draft Network. He's a 3rd down back. We've already kind of got those kind of guys. Here we have Jeremy Ruckert, Jalen Wydermyer. Brenton Cox out of Florida is a 6'4" edge rusher, likely 3-4 edge rusher. Where do you guys want me to go here? Nolan Smith from Georgia. You can never go wrong with that Georgia defense. That might be where I go, to be honest. Aligns as an edge defender for the Bulldogs defense. Good reactive athlete. Not the most fluid. He's currently underbulked. He needs to learn how to finish his rushes and turn pressures into sacks. Okay, that's probably where I'm going to go. I think defense heavy in this draft, considering where the Eagles are at this point. I'll go with my last selection. I'm going to go all defense. Best edge rusher on the board from Florida, and that is Brenton Cox Jr. To round out my day 1 through day 2 mock draft. So I'm going to let this finish up, and we'll kind of like give a quick grade on how I did. If you're watching us live, be sure to give me a grade. These are going to be flowing over the next like 4 months. I'm going to be doing a ton of these. But we got a trade offer? No. All right. There's my selections. Another trade offer. Stop. Hold on. All right. Here's my selections. No trades. That is a big key there because, you know, come 2 months from now, I'll be wheeling and dealing for sure. But number 15, we've got one of the premier edge rushers in this draft, David Ojabo out of Michigan. Super athlete that's going to be a huge addition to this defense, especially, I don't know. I think we can expect Gannon's not going to return next year. We will see. We will 100% see. But you've got to add major talent to that position. Next up, we've got Juice Gardner. Honestly, I would take him at 15. I would take Juice Gardner at 15, no questions asked. I think he's one of the best players in this draft. And if he's available at 15, he's like the guy. I think he's the guy I would absolutely run up to the podium and 100% select. I think he's got it all. His numbers this year in big competition were absolutely outstanding. Juice Gardner with the pick, with my second pick in the first round. And then number 3, we're going Tyler Linderbaum. Linderbaum is just one of those guys you watch on tape and you kind of have an image of like what it means to be an Eagles lineman on offense. Getting to that second level, you look at kind of the Eagles' success over these last 7-8 games, and you kind of like, I just have mental pictures of Lane Johnson down the field, Jason Kelsey down the field, making big blocks, leading the way for our running backs. That's what Tyler Linderbaum is. He's a very good athlete for his size. He's a guy that can play all over the offensive line. We know Howie Roseman loves him, some versatile lineman. So Tyler Linderbaum would be a terrific pick. I see that guy as just a future Pro Bowler from very early in his career. Then we're going Christian Harris. Christian Harris is a 6'2" linebacker out of Alabama. He's just a guy that can he's physical, but he can cover. Like, he's athletic enough that he can provide coverage in this draft. We have a comment here. Kyle Terra says, really like that draft. Thanks, man. Really appreciate it. I'm going to put a poll. This is my first one on our YouTube channel, my Twitter account, to see how you grade this draft. We went very defense focused with this day 1, day 2 mock draft. We have Philly 5000 says Nolan Smith. Yes, you can never go wrong with Georgia, right? That defense is outstanding. So we've got Christian Harris going to add some athletes here, some speed, sideline to sideline, get some coverage out of this linebacker position. I think this makes a lot of sense. As much as I had Devin Lloyd available to me in that first round, I think pick 15, but I didn't go that route because given Howie Roseman's history, I don't think that's very realistic. Then we've got Brenton Cox Jr. again to round out our top 3 picks here, top 5 picks here, just the best athlete available. Because I think knowing the Eagles love to rotate their edge rushers. They love to rotate inside and outside on that defensive line. I think this is a really good pick. So I give this draft probably a solid B+, A- on my end. I'd be very happy with this draft. You're adding great athletes top to bottom with these 5 picks. A lot's going to change over the next 4 months. Again, this is our first Eagles mock draft. So that being said, I just want to thank you everyone for watching. Thank you everyone for commenting. The comments were great. We'll be back at these every single week, and we will be finishing our quarterback series and then moving on to ranking the edge rushers and defensive backs in this upcoming 2022 NFL draft with my man Rob Langy, with special guests like my man Shane, with Mark Henry Jr. It's going to be a lot of fun. So as excited as I am for the Eagles' upcoming matchup with the Bucs, the NFL draft is right around the corner, and that is my bread and butter. So it's my favorite time of year for sure. So guys, be sure to subscribe here to the Painted Lines. Be sure to smash that like button if you love the Eagles, if you love Jalen Hurts, if you love defense, if you love the NFL draft. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay awesome, everyone.
This team getting that paint.
Maxey with the steal off a Monk, and he slams for 2.
Hurts looking left, lofting left, going for the end zone, and he's dropped.
Go to work. Embiid fouled. Count it. Joel Embiid.
Defense is what you're looking for.
At 5, Hurts taking a deep shot. He's got his
Fox blocked. Wow, great defensive play